So for blue, I'm not going to be able to touch anything because I'm still trying to get everything set up. Finishing putting some coolant in, and I might get yelled at immediately, so this might get shut down. We'll see. Situation looks like in here. I think I need more coolant. Oh, good. Alrighty. What's up, everybody? If anybody wants to come in and be a guest and read comments, because I can't freaking can't do it quite yet. I gotta burp the system. Let me check for leaks real quick, and we're gonna try and give it a shot. Right. She is good. The battery might be dead. Might need a jump start here. Might need a jump start. I'm still gonna get yelled at for this, but it's all right. Let me see if I can pin the comment. Hold on, guys. What was all that crap out? Bear with me. Oh, great. That's not gonna let me pin the comment. All right, it's not gonna let me pin the comment. So if anybody wants to come in, I'll post the link one more time. And yeah, I think we're just gonna fire her. Might just get clicks. We'll see. That's a good sign. Battery's open. And the idle's like crap, man. I don't know why it does that. It keeps choking itself. I think it's a vacuum leak. All right. Well, I got an idle problem. Still probably a vacuum leak somewhere. Just gotta figure out where it is. Let's see. Sorry guys, I can't. If anybody, I can't. I'm behind. What's up, everybody in here? David, Fatboy Fox, Jimmy Void, Chris. Yeah, she's so she smokes on startup. I'm pretty sure the valve seals are going bad. I'm not going to tinker on this motor too much. So what I'm probably going to do is throw in some Lucas leak stop, see if it can kind of help out a little bit, and just let that do its magic. I'm gonna start it up again, and we got a guest. Hello, sir.
What's up, Alfred?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, my idle sucks. It's my next thing to tackle.
They have an idle adjustment solenoid on there for the fast idle, but I don't remember what the adjustment is because I haven't messed with one of those throttle body ones in a long time.
So there's a screw on the air cleaner in between the air cleaner, and I haven't messed with it much. So I don't know if I need to turn it right or left or what.
Right. Turn it right should idle it up. But if you're talking about the solenoid, there should be is there a solenoid right there by the linkage on the side of the throttle body? And I'll read some of the comments too while you're messing with that.
Yeah, hold on. I need to look under the car too. Make sure I'm not leaking. If I'm leaking, let's set this thing on fire.
Okay. MGB Chuck said, "Hey, Matthew, liked and left." And then he said, "That sounds wonderful." Forced Horse says, "What's up, everyone?" And then Downhill Daddy says, "You're
All right, something's leaking.
Is this your first Foxbody Oxford?
Yeah. Something's leaking, man. I don't know what it is. Coming from the water pump area. Man, I swear to God, dude, I don't want to take all that off again. Oh. All right, hold on.
Can you hear me, Brosford?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you change?
Did I change what?
Did you change the thermostat? Because a lot of times on small block Fords, people that haven't, and I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of times when you're doing the thermostat in the thermostat housing, the thermostat will drop down a little bit and cause it to not seal all the way. So the bottom of it your leak could be coming from that. Since this is your first one, not saying that it is, just saying that it could be that. That is a common thing for small block Ford, new to small block Ford people.
I'm trying to see. I can't get my eyes in there. I'd have to get under the dang car, man. I can't tell.
Lower radiator hose tight all the way, because sometimes that not being tight all the way will cause it to leak. And I have seen bad water pumps come directly from the parts house, leaking out the bottom weep hole.
I'm gonna have to take a peek. All right. Well, I'm pretty pissed right now.
Part of having new project cars, man. It comes with it. Let's see. Thank you, David, but I don't know him as well as some other people. I do kind of these fox bodies. I do have a little bit of experience with them, but not saying I'm definitely not the best. There's other people out there that have more knowledge than me.
Well, let's see what happens when I start it. Let it run.
Another thing, I don't know if you can hear me, Brailsford, but another thing is when you're putting water in it, if it runs down, if you overfill it just a little bit or you spill it a little bit, it runs down on the core support and will steadily drip for quite a while off the core support. No, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe I'm fine. Maybe I'm not.
So top the radiator off and let it sit there and run for a few minutes and see what it does.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you've spilled some, it'll run down and drip off of the core support for quite a while.
Ripping off the main wheel though, or the main pulley.
Oh shit. Okay. After it runs for a minute, will it idle on its own? Salty. Sup? Babe, you want to take magnesium? I thought it. 2?
Yeah.
You want snacks, kitty? So Frank Greenstains, stupid fast truck. So he probably can't hear, but he's got a slight leak and he's trying to figure out where it's coming from. So that's what's going on. Just trying to find out where it's coming from. I thought maybe it'd be from the thermostat falling when he installed it because it's his first small block Ford. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Hey, Brailsford, do you have that thing on jack stands so you can look under it a little better while it's running? Stupid fast truck. They're the old
right.
videos.
I can hear you. One second.
Stupid fast truck. They're the old videos of the S10 roll cage. I found them in my phone and I reposted them. If you watched them back then you don't have to watch them now unless you feel like it.
Yeah, she's running. I know I lost her, buddy.
No, we're all still here. I've been answering people and kind of telling them what's going on. If they can hear me. He's in Florida. Is it 10 o'clock? Or he's in South Carolina, isn't he? It is 10 o'clock there, huh? Depends on how loud his car is. Brailsford, do you have a bright flashlight? Jacksonville, North Carolina. Kind of what it is North Carolina, huh? He's right off the coast too, isn't he?
All right. Oh, it's not that loud. It's not that loud, Frank. About as loud as the. I don't know. It's not loud. We got cats. What's up, Alan?
What's going on, Howland?
Poor Blue, I don't mean to ostracize you, but it's loud enough to where I can't hear you talk.
That's not a problem, man. I was just trying to say hello to them and kind of updating them when somebody came on. What's up, Alan? How's it going, man?
Or mess with the idle a little bit.
Well, that thing looks like it's got leather seats in it. So you're working on a Cobra model?
Nice, Alan.
What's up, Street Fox? Got done with the 32 valve. I bought one of those 96, 97 Cobra model cars, and I bought a couple of those Foxbody coupe model cars, and I gutted the Cobra and put
I got
everything
a
into
squeaking
the.
belt, though. I think the alternator's squeaking. I need to tighten it up.
Well, make sure you shut the car off before you try to do that.
What?
Make sure you shut the car off before you try to do that.
Metal plate fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fan clutch is doing a huge difference. I mean, it wasn't moving that much air before. I can tell it's blowing a lot more air.
Rich GT350R, hello. He fired it up after doing the cooling system, and he thinks it's got a slight little leak. He's letting it run, trying to figure out if it's got a leak or if it's just run down, and if it is a leak, where it's coming from.
Well, it started, so I don't know what to think. So it started to actually get like enough pressure to where it was starting to spill out of the radiator. I'm hoping that's
Okay.
not. I'm hoping that's just expansion from heat and not like a sign I got like a head gasket leak or something.
Well, they will spill out of the radiator.
Yeah, once they build enough pressure and heat, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have the radiator cap on or off?
No, I had it off. I was burping it.
Okay. Yeah, you should. It's gonna spill out anyway once
Yeah.
it starts flowing. Yeah, they do. Mine, yes, that's normal.
Well, I think the leaking stopped.
So it might have just been an overspill.
Potentially. There's a lot of steam coming out of here, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. If there's any antifreeze spill or if there's anything spilt on the radiator, once it gets up to temperature, it'll kind of steam.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, man. So I'm definitely burning something. Smoke's on startup, but then it clears up. So I think it's oil in the valve seals, I guess.
Sounds like it. And if that's the case, and if it's been doing it for a while, it'll have oil residue in the Cadillac converters because you said it has cats on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have oil residue in the Cadillac converters, and then that'll smell for a while.
Oh, it stinks, man. So it smells like something's burning for sure.
It almost smell like rotten eggs or burnt matches. Sulfur.
No, I mean, no, maybe. It doesn't stink. It doesn't stink. Oil burning? Smells like sulfur?
No, when you get oil or antifreeze inside the Cadillac converters, it can do that. It can make it smell like that.
Well, I hope it's not antifreeze. That'd be bad.
No, my point is those things in a Cadillac converter can make them smell bad like that.
I got you. Shoot, dude, I kind of want to roll this thing out and go for a ride. I'll wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna take my kids for a ride.
Right.
But,
yes, plugs can foul out from it too. Yes.
I'll tell you what, man. This freaking. Hey, what's up, Project Frankenstein? Hey, guys. Sorry in the chat. I'm not trying to not address you guys. My hands are filthy, so I'm not trying to touch my screen.
That's kind of why I was reading them out loud so you could.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, dude, so I've got a bunch of videos on stuff for this, and I'm not sure how I want to like present it because it can't be a how-to. It's not a freaking Foxbody motor. It's a Thunderbird motor. It's a little bit different. So I mean, I'm kind of just going to do like a time lapse, I think, or like little updates on how things were done, and then culminating in the start, which I'm going to have to do another fake for start. No, I'll probably just do it leading to like me taking my kids for a ride.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, it was neat. So this company sent me a whole bunch of stuff, and some people already got sponsored by them. You know, I was like not optimistic about what they had. I was just like, I'll give it a shot because I had like 35-year-old grime on this thing. And I tell you what, man, that degreaser is unbelievable. I can't get over how quickly that crap came off. It was unreal. Like the smog pump bracket. Oh, you know what I did for the smog pump? The smog the header or the heads bolt. I cut. Oh, hold on, I'll show you.
What's up, Bryce?
So I stole the idea from Yellow Foxbody guy. He cut those little flanges off that mount, and the side that mounts, there's no like gasket or anything. It's just a flat side that goes into the hole. So
Right.
I cut it and I flipped it around because the backside's still flat, and I just used it as a blocking plate instead.
Most people do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was hopefully that's fine.
It is fine. A lot of times when I have done that, I just smear a little bit of silicone on it and put it on. You don't usually have a problem with it with a 302, but when you have a 351 swapped in there, it takes up a little bit more room because the engine's wider and taller. So, but the 302s, there's quite a bit of room back there.
Yeah, there was enough room to get it out. It was a pain because whoever had put the because this is a swap. Whoever did the God bless the O2 sensor in the cat and the headers. Whoever bolted those in, they like crossed over it. So like I had to like finesse it out without trying to rip a cable. Super frustrating.
Right.
But there was a lot. I mean, I just my only goal for this, like this motor can leak. I don't really care as long as it's not pouring oil or anything. Like this is, I just want to keep this one running so I can drive it. And then I'm buying a motor from Yellow Foxbody guy. I'm put on stand. I'm going to build gradually over time. I just need to keep this car mobile so I can actually like just enjoy it while it's waiting to have a new motor put in it. And like that
Right
motor
on.
I'm buying from Yellow Foxbody guy, it's going to need a lot of love.
Well, having this one and keeping it running while you're building the other, keeping it running and tinkering with it and fixing stuff, it'll teach you quite a bit about small block Ford too.
And that's, I mean, that's the goal, right? I mean, that's what I want to do. And then I want to build the other one with my son. Like I can take my time. I don't have to like rush to get it in the car. Like this is a turd. Like this thing is so slow. But once I cut those cats off, those 40s will sound good.
Yep. I got a set of headers.
I'm gonna do my. Oh yeah.
I have a set of long tube headers for that car.
How painful is the swap headers on Foxbody? It's painful on S197s. You got to jack the motor a little.
So it depends on what set of headers. So there's so many different sets of headers for the small block Ford and the Fox. You know, there's some brands that will just drop right in, which they're the more expensive brands. And then there's some of the cheaper ones like BBK. You have to beat the crap out of the headers to get them to clear stuff. Like for real, you gotta smash in a couple of the pipes just to clear the bell housing, just to clear the starter, to clear the K member, to clear the steering shaft. You know, and honestly, for you not trying to make a monster out of it, I would recommend just getting some big tube shorty headers. Just go from, because the factory headers are inch and, what are they, an inch and 9/16? You'd be good with just going up to some inch and 5/8, you know, go the next size.
Yeah.
That's a good 20 horse upgrade just from a set of headers. Yeah. Shorty headers.
Yeah, I hear you. Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I really hate this 3-belt setup. It is such a pain in the ass. And then the freaking putting that bigger, beefier so that old radiator was junk and disgusting. And I installed a trans cooler because the old radiator I think was for a 3.8 and it was doing the job of cooling the motor, cooling a 5.0, and then it was also cooling the transmission, and then the fan clutch was bad. So I just removed that load completely from the radiator and put it in a transcooler. So hopefully that'll work out fine.
Yep. A lot of us do change over. Well, I know me and several other people that I deal with, we don't even fully disconnect it from the radiator. We just unhook one side of it and run it through the tranny cooler and then back into the radiator too for additional cooling.
I bypassed it all.
Huh?
I saw that method as well, and I just bypassed it altogether.
Yep.
The reason I didn't do that method is because the first video I saw was bypassing it, and then the second video where I saw that, I had already used my little pipe cutting tool to cut it, and I was like, well, I'm committed. I'm not going back.
Yeah, so the radiators, some of them are thinner than others, and it didn't matter if it was a V6 or a V8. They actually were all the same. The radiators are all the same. Some of them are fatter, and like the 4-cylinder cars, if it was an automatic, they had the fatter radiators. The SVOs had a fatter radiator.
Yeah.
But the V8 still only had a standard core radiator like the V6s.
I got you. Well, hopefully this all works out because I do not want to take this all off again. So if it starts gushing coolant, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to take it off again, but like, dude, I tell you what, this is a lot more work than the MG was just getting to it, which is fine. I love work. I love learning stuff. I don't like rework. And that MG, the point at which I decided, you know what, like I kept teetering, I'm going to sell it, I'm not going to sell it, I'm going to sell it, I'm not going to sell it. That when I had to take those damn carburetors off for the 5th time to look at the same thing, I was like, no, I'm done with this thing. I am not doing this ever again. I'm done. And I ended up doing it 3 more times to get it running. And then when the guy bought it, I was driving it over to it was running good. And the reason I parked it because it was running good, and inevitably it's a 50-year-old car, so something eventually will give. It's just how it works. Like stuff eventually, like it was a Foxbody. I'm sure something else is gonna break. But what's up, Paul? How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's up, Paul?
I'll fire it up for you here in a second. But yeah, so I was like, he asked me, he's like, is it running good? I'm like, yes, it's running good right now. I've been driving it to work to make sure it was fine, and it's reliable. And then we were like on the way to the house that he wanted to park it. I'm like, swear to God, if you break down, I'm just gonna drive you off the cliff. Like I'm not gonna handle that well. I was like, I put a lot of work into making you run right. Do not break down on me right now.
Well, sometimes, man, a new project will make you do it again.
Yeah. Well, that's what I got one friend here locally who's a Fox guy. He works at Advance Auto, and he's been helping me out a bit. Like I throw things at him to kind of get advice, but some of the setup of this motor is different than what he's got, so he can't really help me out all that much. And then like, you know, so I need to what's a good injector cleaner do you recommend?
Everybody, so I like Lucas for all my additives of all kinds, but I've been hearing a lot of my acquaintances that work in some of the big shops, they all use BG.
I'm gonna try.
I've also heard. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna put Lucas leak stop in it just to see if I can slow down that valve seal leak. Any. I threw that stuff in my old Grand Marquis, and that stuff, it definitely does something. The leaks will slow down, and then they'll pick up when it's time to change the oil. But I don't know. If I can just prolong the life of this motor long enough for me to enjoy it for a year or two, that'd be fine.
So another thing that I've heard of people doing just to kind of clean the injectors is put a half a tank of 91 in it and then put like $5 of E85 in it. I have not done that myself, but I've heard that it's hotter, so it will break up some of the shit in there.
I run 93.
Okay. Well, 93 and then a little bit of E85.
Well,
only a couple, like 2 gallons, you know.
For me to try E85, I have to have a lot of faith in this car that I can drive away for an hour and then come back that same day.
Oh, so E85 is not right there by you.
No, we got race fuel, but that's not smart.
Okay. You could go to AutoZone and get a small little can of that Torco. It's hot too. It's hot as hell, so it could do it. But personally, all I've ever used was the Lucas injector cleaner from
That's probably,
AutoZone. Huh?
that's probably all I'll try.
That's what I've used because I've got an account with AutoZone, so I get, good deals on stupid shit like that.
Well, my buddy who works there, he's been helping me out a little bit. Auto, you know what's frustrating, man? Advance Auto, if you order online, you get 20% off, but if you don't, then you like my in-shop military discount is less than what I pay online at my. The problem is when I buy at my house, I do often buy the wrong part because I can't see it in front of me to compare.
Right.
All right, I think Paul, you still in here? I'll fire it up one time since I think you just hopped in.
Yeah, he's still here.
All right. We'll start it one more time. See what happens. God.
Sully.
She's idling like garbage. What? Surging.
Probably can't hear it, but it's on.
Hold on. We'll lose signal for sure.
It's surging real bad.
Might be a vac. I don't know what it is, man. I got a squeaky pulley too.
It'd be cool if it was at least a surge where it sounds like I got a fat cam, but I don't.
All right. Well, tomorrow's going to be a good day because I'm going to take this thing out for a drive with my kids for the first time. So that should be a awesome, fun video. Dude, they've been begging me to drive this thing for a month. And I've had to say it's broken and fixing it, the whole spiel. So, yeah, temps are holding good. But it was doing that before Street Fox. So the real test is going to be when it's under load. And also, last time when it really got close to overheating, it was 115-degree heat index. So, I mean, I really stressed the hell out of the motor for its first road test. It's supposed to be like in the 80s, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I might not even get to take it out. It's supposed to be in the 80s, and I mean, all the conditions should be right for this thing to do fine. I think it did, Ford Blue. I think it did. I don't hear dripping underneath the car. I'll find out tomorrow when I drive it. When it stops, when it cools down, I'll check the coolant tomorrow. I'm going to go buy a whole nother thing of coolant just in case. I don't think so, Paul, but it sounded like it was earlier, but Ford Blue might have been right. It might have just been that I spilled a whole bunch of it and it somehow got onto the main pulley, probably riding down the power steering belt to the pulley. That's my guess. So I'm going to let it cool down, check all the levels tomorrow, and take my kids for a spin because they've been begging me, and they haven't gotten to go the top down yet. So, and if I break down, we'll stay within 20 miles so Haggerty can bring me home. That's the plan. But hold on one sec, guys. I wasn't planning on going live. David Martin he was like, you know what? That's a good idea, David. Let's see. If anybody does want to come in, there is a link. Have to walk him through the 1-2 shifter rock. Oh, I can use the no, believe me, when I wanted to hear the exhaust because it goes into overdrive so easy, I put it down in first or second gear just so I can hear it. But I'm gonna cut the cats off to let her breathe a little better and sound better. And everybody says, Salty keeps saying I'll hate myself because of the drone. Nah, I'll be just fine. The louder, the better. But I'm excited. Finally, it's running, and I got it for a good deal. And I think I wish I'd tracked all the receipts for parts, but like the water pump was like $40. Fan clutch was like 25. I bought a new radiator for $2 something because I bought an expensive. It was like $1 something. It was like a Lux Rad or something. Maybe it was $2 something. But I should have bought the manual one, so I didn't have to have the. I should have bought the manual radiator because I didn't need the automatic holes, but I bought them because I didn't know I was going to do the transcooler. But I put a universal transcooler on there. You got a universal overflow tank. The old overflow tank broke, and they tried to like JB weld the cracks, like ridiculous. So I went ahead and threw a new expansion tank on, which I need to plug up because if it leaks too much, it's just going to start shooting out. And yeah, whoever did this before, they left the old wiring harness in this car. So I think the 3.8 wiring harness is still in here. It looks like it at least.
Well, it's an 86, correct?
85.
85.
Yep.
So 85, 86 would have been throttle body fuel V6 3.8. So you only have to add a couple of wires to run the 5.0 throttle body in it, and then just literally plug in the computer. So that may have been all they did. It may have been a throttle body, and they just set the other motor in there with the different end out of another car and plugged it in and added a couple extra wires.
Well, he said that the AC works. It's not working right now, so I'm going to see if I can charge her up. And if she doesn't charge up, I'm not going to even worry about fixing it until I replace the motor.
Right on.
Matter of fact, I'll probably just bypass that pulley and get another small pulley.
You might have to get, are you going to the serpentine system?
Actually, no, I wouldn't even have to bypass the pulley. I could just remove that belt altogether. Because that AC is the only thing running off that.
Is it a V-belt?
No, it's a 5-band or 5 rib.
It is serpentine. Yep. Should be a 6.
No, it's not. It's not a serpentine. So I got this belt runs the water pump, and that's pretty much it. There's an idler pulley over there, and then there's a V belt that runs my power steering and the water pump, and then there's another 5 rib that runs my alternator.
Okay, so that's like a Crown Vic Thunderbird
it's a
Ford
Thunderbird
truck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Thunderbird.
Yep, it's it's easy to get the whole setup. You'll have to get different brackets and everything to go with the serpentine. Are you getting that from that one dude? I think you said something about it one day.
I don't know if it's on the motor or not, but I got people who said they had everything and they could sell it. So.
Okay. I think I have everything. I will look and see, and if I do, since I'm pretty much done with 302s, I will donate the shit to you. You pay for shipping.
Okay.
All the brackets.
Well, I could. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I got to see what the motor's got. So the plan is, I'm gonna take the Fox. I had to get one of the reasons I had to get this thing out going is because I need to pull it out of the way because it's in the way of my trailer. You guys all know I don't have a truck, but I do have a Boss 302 that can pull a trailer. So I'm gonna go pick up that motor with the Boss.
Right
on. And so I need to get the trailer out to go get it. I could put it in the back of my Ford Edge, but I really don't want to.
All right.
I think it'd be a funny video anyway. Use my truck, my Boss as a truck.
Why not?
But yeah, dude, my freaking alternator's pulley's loose. How do you tighten these things? There's no tensioner.
There's a tensioner. If it's not, there's another tensioner somewhere.
No, there's no tensioner on this. Like you have to set the tension by hand. It seems like.
Well, on the on one of the idler pulleys from the bottom side, there should be a bolt. So you'll loosen up the idler pulley, and if you feel on the bottom side, there should be a bolt you can go underneath to.
That's on the yes. So there's a bolt, and I have to loosen. So like the alternator, it has a bolt underneath it. There's a sliding bracket. You loosen it and you pull it, and then you got to tighten it. But you're by hand. I'm manhandling it to tighten it. How can I make it tighter?
Is there a little loop? Some of them have a little loop to where you can stick a screwdriver through the loop and pull. And then some of them have a little square in the bracket too, to where you can like put a ratchet in it and twist it.
Yeah.
Some of them literally have like an eyelet loop somewhere on the front or on the back, maybe on the bottom, to where you can like stick a pry bar through it and then pry it up. And then some of them have a little.
It'd have to be on the alternator itself, though. Like I see where that is on the idler pulley for the AC. I see that. I can see where I can put a ratchet and tighten it. But I don't have the same thing. I don't have the same luxury on the alternator. It appears.
Do you have a light and you can shine the phone over there so I can see?
Problem is you can't see jack. I mean, maybe if I jam something underneath the alternator, I could have propped it up, but now my damn fan's in the way, so that's great.
Dirt Cheap Drifting says, "What are you working on?"
Dirt Cheap Drifting. It's my Foxbody, man. He came over from. He's one of the few that made the migration from TikTok.
Okay, cool. Well, hello, Dirt Cheap Drifting.
Yeah, what I think I'm gonna have to do, man, is I think I'm gonna have to like.
Does the idler pulley move? Is there a slot for it to move into?
There's no idler pulley for this. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just a bolt at the bottom. Hold on. There's a bolt. Let me see if I can turn my camera around so I can see what I'm pointing at, and then make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing. Sorry, everybody else. I don't know if you've been talking to me. I really apologize. I'm not trying to be rude.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'm back.
Okay. I didn't know if it was my internet or yours.
Trying to see camera. Yep, camera. Settings, camera. Man, my hair is all sorts of messed up right now.
That was mine. I had a hard day at work.
Here we go. All right. Okay. So there's a bolt down there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little bolt, and I loosen that, and it slides on that little. There's a slide there. Yep. And I literally yanked my hand down underneath this alternator, and I propped it up while I ratcheted with the other hand. and pull at the same time, pulling the alternator with the ratchet. And it was, man, I got it as tight as I could, and it's apparently still not tight enough.
Okay, so now shine up towards the top of the alternator. Up a little bit. I'm trying to see the top of the alternator because some of the top of the alternators, you can stick a flat blade screwdriver in the top of the alternator right by that big bolt and be able to pry it up a little bit.
Right,
you see what I'm saying?
Right up there. Right there.
Yep. Stick a flat blade screwdriver right there, and you'll be able to tilt the alternator from right there. You need to get a longer flathead screwdriver so you can shove it in there, loosen the top bolt just a little bit, and then cram it in there and pull it up as hard as you can. You might have to grab the bottom and pull it up too, and then you just hold tension on it from the top while you tighten the other one down.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to wait till it cools down. The whole engine's too hot. I'll burn myself. But I'm very happy now.
I didn't realize that you had the slider bracket. I need one of those brackets too.
Well, whenever this motor goes away, you're welcome to it.
Well, I don't need it right now anyway. It's for that turbo car I'm doing at work.
I got you. Well, I'm going to... Hold on. Am I still on...
We see you.
Yep, here I am. Okay. Let's see who's here. Paul's here. I never used it once in my Cobra. Never used what, Paul? AC? AC, got it.
Yeah, Miss Sally's here too. Trunk back Jim's here too now.
Yep. So I just want, well, here's the reason, Jim. The reason I want the AC so bad is because I have a dream that with an automatic car and working AC up in a top that can close, I will be able to get my wife to a car show. That's my dream. If she can drive an automatic car. That's another reason why, like, you know, I wasn't super upset that even though it's AOD, I wasn't upset that it's an automatic car. Like, I was like, you know what? Maybe this is the leap that I needed right here.
So she'll take a car with you?
Maybe. I doubt it, but you know what? A man can dream, right?
Right.
So
why not?
We'll see. But yeah, now I'm gonna pull it out tomorrow, and I'm gonna probably clean it up as much as I can. I got a bunch of these like dirt marks that were burned into it from sitting outside. So I got some Hex Logic is what they're called from. I think it's chemical guys that makes them. But I'm gonna go ahead and try and hit it with my buffer and see if I can pull that out, and then polish up the paint as well as I can. It's not a great paint job, but it's nice enough to where it looks good. And then I'm gonna try and figure out how the hell to clean the tonneau cover, because the tonneau cover has like it has some stains and stuff on it. I don't know how to get them out in leather.
Is it a real leather tonneau cover?
I think so.
And
then
try to get some of that saddle cleaner if it's real leather.
Okay. And then the interior here. This is the only real flaw. There's a split in the main seat.
Uh-huh.
I called it. I talked to an upholsterer. And actually, there's a couple tears in it. So I don't know. I'm debating if I want to get it reupholstered. It's going to cost a bit. But then it would be like the rest of the car. It'd be perfect with the rest of the car. But I'm sure this one would look a lot nicer. I don't know. I'm also debating if I want to just put a Corbeau in here or something. Corbeau or Recaro.
Right on.
But I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy it first. I'll probably just slap some duct tape on it so it stops splitting. That's what I did in my Grand Marquis. It doesn't look great, but my butt's on it. You won't see it.
You might check out like LMR or CJ Ponyports too. They have some upholstery that is the full seat covers, and you just slip the old ones off. You cut the hoop rings, slip the old covers off, slide the new covers on, and recrimp some hoop rings.
Well, I really want to know like how many miles are on this body. So like the speedometer says 24,000, but I don't know if it's 124,000
And the reason I think it might only be 24,000 is because the interior of how good shape the interior's in. Like the dash isn't split and it's not replaced, and like everything's original and it looks in pretty good shape. The only reason there's any wear and tear is because when Hurricane Florence came through here, the back glass kind of fell in a little bit, and so it got a little bit of outside environment in it.
Right.
And so that's like the only problem it had. Other than that, man.
So the guy you got it from, is he the one that did the V8 swap in it?
No, he found out. Hold on, let me add somebody. He found out after the fact. So he bought it, and then he found out after he bought it that it wasn't. He was starting to work on it. He found out it wasn't a Fox motor, and so he was all bent out of shape about it. So when he went and he went back to that guy to buy a different car, and because it was a dealer lot, a used car lot, and he complained about it and got a really good deal on a truck.
So have you decoded the VIN yet?
Yes, I think I did that. I mean, it is a 3.8 car. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with it. My little blue coupe is a 3.8 V6 car that I put the Windsor in, so there's nothing wrong with the
Dirt Cheap Drifting is saying hello, Sublime. He's a follower of mine on TikTok.
What's up, Dirt Cheap? How's it going, man? Good evening, all.
Yeah, I'm nasty and disgusting, and I really want to just go take the Fox out for a spin, but I also don't want to break down in the middle of the night in Jacksonville.
True to my word, poor Blue, I didn't put him on.
I had to send them to you anyway.
What is that?
It's
that is a foot peg for the back wheel of a BMX bike.
the
Actually, now
original
that I
to
think
the
about
bike.
It could be used for a really good 10 millimeter socket.
Yep. Hey, you know why I used to have a peg on my bike?
Why?
I rode with one peg because it makes for a good socket, and also put that thing in your hand and feel it as a fist pack. It fits beautiful as a fist pack.
Yeah, like this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I used to do it.
You know, it's funny. I was staring at him today. I'm thinking old school bad boys. You could throw a couple of these in a freaking pillowcase and freaking have a pretty killer weapon.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I gotta get some new tires on this, dude. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. I had an opportunity, so I don't like to spend big chunks of money, but when I'm gonna have to spend money anyways, like buying new tires, right? I look for somebody who's offloading a set of wheels with some tires on it that still have life.
Right.
And so I just happened to be perusing Marketplace, and some guy was selling some Cobra replica wheels, like the 0304 Cobra replicas, but 4 lugs.
Right on.
And he was selling them with brand new Nittos on them, and he wanted $600. I was like, dude,
not a bad deal.
No, it's not. And so I'm like, I had a little bit of money saved up, but I was going to use for something else. And I was like, hey man, I want these. Can I come get them? And I talked to him today. He's like, oh yeah. And he took it off, marked it as sold. I'm like, sweet. I was just waiting for my wife to come back. And then he messaged me. He's like, oh, I talked to somebody last night who already said to me he's on his way. I was like, son of a gun, man. You made it sound like you were holding it for me, and now they're gone.
Right.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, so now I gotta go buy 4 tires. These tires are dry rotted.
Speaking of tires, these are probably going back on the car.
Street Fox 4-cylinder and V6 and V8 K member are all exactly the same. The inline 6-cylinder was the different K member, the straight 6, and that would have been the earlier card. That was the only one that the K member was different.
4 Blues over here dropping knowledge bombs, like always.
And the K member is the same up until 95. From 79 to 95. 96, they changed, and they're different.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put these 2 original tires back on to drive to Tennessee next week, which means I'm gonna probably be doing one hell of a couple burnouts before these old ones come off.
Dude, my old tires are my boss. That's another thing. I'm gonna buy four tires for the Fox, and 2 rears for the boss. I think those 2 rears for the boss are going to cost more than all 4 for the Fox.
Oh
Are
yeah,
the boss 17s or 18s or what?
19s.
19.
Oh, well, you should buy some 19s for the Fox too. That way the tires are all exactly the same. I don't know. I'm just being.
That's not a
I'm
bad
trying to
idea.
be trying to be funny,
I just want 17 for the Fox.
right?
I'd be happy with that. But, yeah, I wasn't planning on going live today. And then the guy who made me go live, I don't think he's here anymore.
Who, Paul?
No, that was David.
Oh,
I thought Paul was still, or David was still here.
Oh, maybe he is.
Hey,
Belted and
Drag packs on the bosses look sick. They look so good.
talking about drag packs on the bosses, did you see the 2012 boss for sale?
Which one?
It's light blue. It comes with a trailer. They want, what was it? $160,000 for it.
I think that's the one of one.
Jesus.
The blue one, super fast. It's like a 8-second car.
Oh no, I don't know what that is then.
Comes with a trailer. It's like it's like a baby blue Boss 302 2012.
I think I've seen that somewhere. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think. Go ahead.
They never made a. I don't think they made a. I don't think they made a Grabber Blue 2012.
Yeah, it's gonna stink up the garage.
There's a 13.
I don't think it was grabber blue. I think it was just a light blue.
Oh, then he custom painted that.
Or
Oh.
wrapped it.
Yeah, I think it's all. If I remember seeing it, it's on Facebook Marketplace. It's about the same color as Sublime's T-shirt he's wearing. Yeah, it's about that color.
Oh, so I don't know if you guys know. I'm sure he doesn't care about me saying this. T. Hessler has the Rona.
Yeah.
Hope he's okay.
I'm being quarantined right now, so I don't have
say
it.
what?
I'm being quarantined. I don't have it. My wife got tested just in case, and we'll find out tomorrow, hopefully.
Wait, why are you being quarantined though?
Because if my wife's positive, then I need to not go to work and get everybody sick. So I'm working from home.
Did she come into direct contact with somebody or something?
Not that she knows of, but she's got symptoms.
Oh God, man,
Oh, shit.
oh, man.
I hope she's okay, man.
Yeah.
Not that that's good, but at least thank God if it did happen, it happened after she had the baby and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we don't know what the heck, like, what could have happened. I mean, we'll find out. But the crazy thing is, she got, like, my youngest son, or not my middle son, Maddox, he got sick with something, and, like, he's got something that's, like, really affecting his gastrointestinal system, which that's kind of what happens with kids.
What's up, Stacy?
Hey, Stacy.
So, yeah. I'm going to see if I can clean this thing up a little bit.
Talking about buffing that, have you tried the 3M buffing compounds? My boss at the body shop, he swears by them. He says they are the best shit on the planet, but they are more expensive. You will pay for them.
I've been using McGuire's, honestly.
Okay.
There's another thing that's really good from 3M. Their car wash soap.
Used on the MG, and it worked out pretty. Like it brought with the amount of difference it made on the MG, I was pretty sold on it.
The McGuire's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That car wash soap is so soft when you wash the car, it literally feels like butter on your hands while you're washing it. It's ridiculous. What is going on, my YouTube friend? What's up, Mr. Mach 1? What?
Mr.
Gary.
Mark 1.
Hey, Gary.
said in Paul's chat, I told Car Mob today. So Kim drove the Shelby by herself for the first time today.
Yeah, I
While
was listening to Paul's stream
Yeah.
while I was working.
So the funny thing about it is I'm coming home while she's driving, and I'm driving down the road that I'm thinking she's driving on. And here it is, dude. I'm driving down North Avenue. All of a sudden, I look at the distance and I see my car coming at me. I'm like, yep, there she is. So I go to the left turn lane, which there's nobody in. And granted, it was an illegal turn because I turned on a red arrow, but I made a U-turn to get behind her. And she had no idea it was behind her. So then she goes to a road where she plans on making a U-turn. And now I'm right behind her at the light. She still doesn't notice me there. We both make a U-turn. Okay. Then as we're coming back down, red light, she's in the left lane first car. I end up pulling up right next to her, right on my passenger side, windows down. I'm just sitting there staring at her. She has no idea I'm sitting right next to her. Doesn't even look over. And then finally, right before the light turns green, she looks over and I'm like, hey.
She's got no time for your shenanigans, sir.
What?
I said she's got no time for you.
Yeah, tell me about it. As soon as she saw me, the light turned green and she freaking blew my doors off.
Did she really? She poked it?
Dude, she just got the hell out of Dodge. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. And she drove some miles on it, dude. She drove like 50 miles by herself today. Just cruising around.
Good for her.
Yeah. She
Sorry
liked
to
it.
hear that, Street Fox.
Wait, oh, my stepbrother's son. Been like, oh, damn, Street Fox. Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I've known some people, a lot of people in our community that have got it. I mean, shit, Street Slayers, there's a ton of them, dude. Mob had it. Oh, I don't know if Pony had it or not, but yeah, I mean, I know there's a handful of people that had it that I can't remember right now.
Yeah, Silverback had it.
What velocity? Dirt cheap. I'd say 80% of the time she's cruising, 20% of the time she's getting on it. But I didn't show her how to turn the traction control all the way off, although she has driven the car with the traction control all the way off, and she does well with that too. So I'll trust her with it. What I need to teach her is what happens when the car gets out of control, what to do. Like if one kicks out one way or the other, which way to turn that wheel. No, it's not two hands.
It's when in doubt, floor it out.
No, it's not.
Didn't you say she used to have a Corvette?
No, she wants a Corvette. She wants a C7, a 2019 orange C7 Grand Sport. That's what she wants.
Okay. Did she have a Z28 or something?
Yeah,
Sorry.
back in the day when we first met, she had a 91 convertible Z.
Hey,
What'd
Gary.
you say, Brailsford?
Oh, I told Street Fox I'm sorry to hear that. Gary, I got a little impatient because I wanted to drive the car this weekend with my kids. So I took hold on, let me show you. I did the cheap fix, Gary. I chopped this sucker off and I flipped it backwards and I used a flat plate against the heads to block it for now. Because my kids want to go for a ride. Dude, I'm stoked. I can't wait to drive this thing this weekend.
When you started saying I'm stoked, I was like, wait, whoa, what word's about to come out here?
There was no delay.
Hey,
No,
Mr.
no
Mach
delay.
1 says he's in the basement.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting them.
That's sleeping.
Well, I sent you those anyhow, so they're on the way.
I appreciate it. I wasn't, and I didn't want to sound ungrateful. I was like, man, I'm putting it all back together. I was like, gosh, I really need.
The thing about it is, to put those screws in there, you're pretty much going to have to take the engine out of the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not that easy to get in there because you're going to have to clean all that soot out of there before you can screw them in.
Okay. Well, then I like my solution for now.
So when you get the other engine, you can put them on that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll do. I'm actually like every Fox part that I've bought that I wasn't able to use in this motor because it's a Thunderbird motor, I just threw it in storage until I get the other motor.
Well, because like somebody said the other day, you can flip those heads around. So the reason why I sent you those, you can use those because that's where your alternator brackets and stuff bolt up to. You see what I'm saying? So they got the threads in there. They thread in the hole. Then you can thread your bolt in there for your alternator bolts and stuff.
You know how I do those in the back, Gary? So I take a short bolt and I take the grinder and I cut a groove in it and I just slowly turn that bolt in, and it cleans the carbon out as it goes in.
No, I usually do that or use a pipe cleaner.
Yep. So, hey, everybody, it's like my bedtime. So, you guys all have a good evening. Nice being on the panel with you guys, and good live. Glad
Are you
that
on
got
Central
it
Time
together.
Zone, Four Blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got to get up early though. So
Yeah, that did sound a little judgmental there, Sublime. Come on.
What do you mean? I'm in Central Time Zone.
yeah, it's 9:40, and we've been trying to go to bed by 10 o'clock.
No, but I mean, when he says he has to get up early, I'm guessing early is probably. Would you say 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to guess. What's up going on, Gary? You just had to make that video, didn't you?
Dude, when he did that, because I didn't realize it until you did that.
Until I
You all have a good evening, okay?
All right, take care, Four Blue. Have a good night, sir. Thanks again for the bike.
Yep.
Hey, when he did that, he got the camera and he's like,
Yeah, he's just like, he did it really slow. He's like,
I just thought it was funny.
yeah, that's funky for you. He's got his own problem going on. Right now, his left foot looks like Sasquatch.
What?
His left foot is like swollen up like he got stung by 100 bees.
No shit. What's going on?
He said all of a sudden Tuesday at work, it just freaking happened. He didn't twist anything. He didn't, roll anything. Just freaking just happened.
Wow.
He said like his whole right side of his left foot from like big toe back to the heels freaking killing him. But he said, I think he said he's still been working through it.
Yeah.
Which probably ain't going to help it heal.
I got crap in my ear right now, so it kind of tickles. Yeah, I can't hear his ear. It just went deaf overnight.
Later for Blue. So I'm gonna try this crap tomorrow because I spilled when I started to put the coolant in, I didn't realize I disconnected the lower radiator hose so I can try and grab a wrench that I dropped. Oh yeah, I dropped a wrench and it's like now it's slid. It's one of those ratcheting wrenches. It's a 7/16. It slid. There's a little groove right below the radiator support that it's this big and it goes into the frame. Well, the wrench fell into the frame, and I literally can't get it out, ever. It's going to be there until this car is in junkyard.
You can't reach it with an extended magnet?
You're going to be driving one day, and you're going to have the top down, and you'll make a turn. You hear ting, 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 ting. That's going to be that wrench.
Yeah, if it hits my fan, that'd be screwed. But it's actually below the fan, so it would just fall out, and I'd run. Hopefully, wouldn't hit it with the back tire or puncture my gas tank or something.
No, you just hear it sliding.
You don't have one of these? An extended magnet?
Dude, I tried it. That's why the radiator was disconnected. I removed the radiator trying to get in there, and then I realized, holy crap, it's really in there, and I can't get it.
That sucks. Is it a straight shot to it, or is it curved around to get to it?
No, it fell. So it's weird because it fell in. It was poking out a little bit, and I don't know how it got into the groove it got into. But it was sticking out, and I'm yanking it, and it was getting hung up in the back end. But when it wasn't wide enough it was too wide to fit through the little slot that was there. So I was like, how the hell did this thing get in there? And then I was trying to finesse it back around because I think it spun around somehow, and I pushed it in too far, and I couldn't pull it back out, or even get the magnet in there to grab it. I probably could have got a coat hanger, but it's got a radiator on top of it and a fan shroud blocking it. It's not coming out.
Well, it's in your core support then.
Oh, it's kind of like the cigarette button in front of my car. How the hell did that thing get in there?
Oh,
it's still there, too. It's still there.
That's funny, dude. That was another funny video that he made.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What's up, Mike Hall? Who else just came in here? L&R Rides, I saw.
I think I might put the top up.
What's up, L&R Rides?
Yeah, I need some new tires, unfortunately.
Hey, you're talking about your seat covers and stuff earlier. If you call LMR about those seat covers and tell them that you got a YouTube channel and you want to do it on your YouTube channel, dude, they'll give you a discount.
Yeah. Usually first they'll say how many followers you got.
Yeah. I don't think I got enough for that.
That's all right, dude. Just tell them anyhow. You never know.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask. Just lie to them. Just tell them you got 10,000 subscribers.
No, they'll want to check out the channel.
Oh, true.
It's what's going to win them over, though, is it's about kids and memories, and you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, you know, getting your wife involved. So like I said, we call LMR, and talk to them about it, and then, you know, see what they say. You never know.
Yeah.
LMR rides. Have a good night, man, if you're taking off.
I tell you what, man. So like I gotta be super. So pulling the boss in, I'm very careful of where I park so I don't ding anything. But like I'm gonna have to be super freaking careful when I pull this in because my amount of clearance between the car and that trailer over there is so minuscule.
Dude, you don't even want to know. When my garage door closes, it literally becomes, it's within an inch and a half from my rear spoiler every single time. But the thing is, I've got it so down to a pat. I've got a 4x4 chock here, and there's carpet underneath every tire, like little strips that I cut out. So now they've got a perfect little indentation. So I pull up to the chock, I put it in neutral, it rolls back about 4 inches, and it falls into that happy place every time without warning. But don't get me wrong, when that garage door's coming down, I check it every time to make sure it's not going to hit. But damn, something just went popping, cracking down the street. Probably a Focus ST. Sounded like it.
Oh shoot, that's nasty. There's a cockroach on my car.
We're dropping J into an intake. No, I can't say I've done that, dirt sheet. What's the crappy ones?
Yeah, I just right there. I've used National Park Depot and LMR. I've had the same issues with them. Sometimes you get good, sometimes you get bad. I've sent them back, and they've sent me bad. They sent me stuff that was bad still. You know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've gone with, you know, and National Parks Depot is right up the road for me.
Hey, Eleanor, man, appreciate it. We'll definitely still have to get up at some point. Get up together. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm actually going to end this and get cleaned up a little bit and sit inside and watch some TV because I feel like I've accomplished something.
Wait, why? Did you end up finding out where it was leaking? I was gone for a little bit.
I don't think it's leaking. I think it might have ridden down the power steering belt a little bit and dripped off the main pulley because it doesn't look like it's leaking anymore.
Really?
But yeah, those bolts, you would have to pretty much take them out. But a lot of times I'll leave that on the back right there, and I'll leave the plastic hose, you know, the rubber hose coming off of them, and I put me a spark plug in there and clamp it down and it don't leak. So there's a couple ways you can do that.
Yeah, well, I just copied what Yellow Foxbody guy did, and I lopped off those mounting brackets and I turned them around and I used the flat plate against it because there is no like groove for that little hole to line up anyway. It just mounts up. So I imagine that if that's not leaking, then me turning it around is not going to leak much either. So
yeah, I was just saying that so you don't have to get back there behind that head and take the bolts out. You know, I just tube on there and put a spark plug in there and clamped it in there. The dog way of doing things.
Well, I will say this, man. It sounds, even though it's still having an idle issue, it sounds way better than it did when I first started it. Like, it sounds healthier. Now I just got to tighten up one belt a little bit, but other than that, like, I think I'm on the right path here.
Why? What's going on with it?
I got a belt that's loose. What do you mean? What do you mean? What's going on with it?
You said the idle.
It's surging
and killing the car too, right?
Well, I've adjusted. Well, this last time it didn't. It just kind of kept surging. So I adjusted that little idle screw in there a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing. I just turned it up. So, yeah, it's surging a bit. What?
What kind of carburetor's on it?
It's a throttle body injection.
Oh.
Oh.
Check your throttle positioning sensor, your TPS. Unplug it. See if it still does it.
I gotta find where that is. I don't know where that is.
It's on the side of it, and it'll have wires going to it, and it like hooks onto the throttle plate. So what you want to do is just unplug it and see if it still does it.
Okay.
Should try it now.
Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it. I don't want to do it now. I want to enjoy my win because honestly, even with the idle shit, the crappy idle the way it is, I could drive it and just kind of keep a little pressure on the gas.
2-foot it.
Two-foot it. Yeah. But I just all I want to do is, my goal for this weekend was just to take my kids out and ride. So that's what I want to do.
Good deal, man. Just have fun.
Yeah.
What's
I mean,
up,
that's what that car's for. So oh, dude, he just got his boss, man. That guy's been trying to buy a boss. He bought one of the rare ones. He bought the creamsicle.
Good. You bought the what?
Who?
Creamsicle one, orange and white.
Who bought it?
V-Dub. It's
V-Dub?
gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
He's been one of my long time, like one of the original subscribers.
Hey, did you see my calls comment? He said Brutal's got a video on that surging.
Okay, yeah. He also has a video on the vacuum leak I gotta watch too. Well, let's see. Have a good night, Matt. Gotta say, man, as a father, seeing your race with your sons brought a tear to my eye. Please note that I really don't used to go anymore. Oh yeah, well, me too. Dirt cheap. I use TikTok to bring people to YouTube, and it doesn't really work out all that often. Like most of those TikTokers like to stay over there. So
Yeah.
you're one of the few.
Have a good night, Dirt Sheep.
Dirt cheap. Do you make content? Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm sure he's still there.
You make content, man. I'll have to go check you out. I've been busy. I was dealing with a kid all day when I was when you're commenting on stuff. Yeah, the 3-kid life is pretty hectic right now. Like my wife was going to, so I was teleworking. I was like palming, like football, holding my infant son while answering a phone from someone who outranks me by a lot, and it was a lot of fun. Let me tell you.
It's going to be hectic for the next, I'd say, about 14 years.
Nah, that'd be all right. Once Leighton gets a little bit older, he's already getting to the age where I'm starting to make him do more things, like more chores and stuff, and trying to make sure he learns responsibility. And so, like, he's been begging me, dude, to get out here and work on the Fox. And like, just what I was doing, there were so many bolts, and I had 0 references for where everything went because it's not the same as a Foxbody.
Yeah.
And even the Thunderbird manual, the main engine they based that off of was the carbureted engine and not the throttle body injected engine. So I couldn't use the Haynes manual. And so like I just didn't let him help me because I was like, I can't lose anything. I have it organized in such a way that I think I can just put it back together. I don't need something running away from me.
I want to tell you something. If you're not missing bolts or have leftover bolts, you ain't done it right.
All right, Gary. Wait, oh look, spares.
I used to throw them in the trash. I ain't going back looking for them.
So like the water pump, you don't need 8. 4 will hold it down.
Oh yeah, just spray a little super monkey. What's that, Gorilla Glue?
Yeah, go for it, stupid fast. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's a drifter.
Yeah, Dirt Cheap, we'll post your link. We'll see if we can get you a few people. I don't have a lot of people in this live because this was not a scheduled live for me. My normal live is Tuesdays. So this was kind of an impromptu thing to show the Foxbody running for once. Gary, did you see it? Well, I can't do it. It's 11 o'clock. I can't do that. It's my neighbors. No, but it's loud and it's deep enough. It's not loud, but it's deep.
Well, it's just like when I did cold starts. It never comes through the way it sounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's deep to where like it's also so my neighbors who like live directly across the street from me.
Yeah.
When I go to Cars and Coffee, like I knew my boss is pretty loud, but they said like, and they're not mad about it. They're like, oh, Matt must be going to a car show because like every morning they could hear it whenever I take it out. So I wake them up with that car. So I try to be. They're nice people, and I try to be respectful when I can.
So what you're saying is they're broke in, and you might as well start it anyways.
Well, the Fox is not nearly compared to the boss. The Fox sounds like a Lincoln. It's way quieter. It's just
Dirt
deep.
Cheap, I got you, buddy.
What's up?
Dirt Cheap, I got you, buddy.
Yeah, I hear you, Dirt Cheap, man. It's all right, man. That's how it works out sometimes. And I started doing this honestly just so I could like talk to car people like I'm doing right now with these two guys.
And that's why I started doing YouTube, and also to document the stuff with my kids. So honestly, it was for that part of it. It was just me creating like well-edited home movies, and still sort of that way. But now I do kind of try and involve the people I'm setting the videos for more. I'll tell you what, man, I can't wait to get back to the drag strip. I got to find some tires though. I don't know what I want to put on there yet for the boss. Probably gonna go Michelin's. But all right, I'm gonna end this so I can go inside and get some food. I'm hungry.
Peace.
All right, cool, man.
You guys have a good night.
Hey, Gary,
Yeah.
appreciate you hopping on. Talk to you later, guys. See you, Matt.
Take care, guys.